everybody, this is your Mathi. Welcome to Bring Divine Mind channel. Thank you so much for supporting me. Today my topic is how to handle an adamant child. In today's world, most of the children are very adamant. If they want something, they'll cry a lot and they'll do anything in order to get that particular thing. So this is the scenario in today's world. So I'm going to give you some of the tips in order to handle the adamant children. Shall we go to the topic? If your child is adamant, what it will do? One thing is, it will just roll on the floor, right? I want this, just like that it will be doing. And the other thing is, the child will cry a lot. The two things only the child will be doing. The first thing what I told is, the child will be rolling on the floor. And what we will do, we'll get the thing and give it to the child. Because we feel shame. Because it's a great insult for us in front of people. If he's just falling and rolling on the floor means we feel it as a great insult. So what we will do? We'll just get the thing and give it to the child in order to shut the mouth of the child, right? And the other cases, the child will cry until we get the thing for the child. So we get irritated just by listening to the crying voice. So what we will do? We'll get the thing and give it to the child. So in both the cases, we are doing it for our own sake. We want the child to shut the mouth. So we are doing it. So mistake is asked. What happens if the child is crying? The child knows very well about your psychology. If I cry, I'll get this thing. He knows it very well. So he is doing again and again in order to get that particular thing. So what we have to do is, let the child cry. No problem. You just teach the child. You just tell no to the child. Let him cry. What happens? But we are very soft-hearted and we don't want a child to cry and we'll get it immediately. That is wrong. Actually, the mistake is ours. So I'll give you a technique that whenever your child is crying, what you want to do is you should make the child to understand that whether it is a need for you or it is a want for you. The child wants everything in this world. First the child will be asking chocolate and then it will ask ice cream and then it will ask biscuits. Whatever it wants, the child will ask. Was it a need or a want? It is just a want for the child. You should make the child to understand that whether it is a need or a want for you. If it is really a need for you, I'll get and give it to you. If it is a want, I cannot give everything, whatever you ask. Just like that you tell your child. Say for example, it is a lunch time. And if your child is asking biscuit, ice cream, everything means it is a want. It is not a need. Now what is the need? You have to provide the lunch for the child. The child doesn't know what is the need and what is the want. It is your duty to teach the child. And it is your duty to give a clear analysis for the child that these are all your needs and these are all your wants. Now what the child needed is, during the afternoon time, the child wanted the lunch, not biscuits or something else. Hope you understand what I mean. I'll give you one more example, right? I took my son in order to get dumbbells. Dumbbells, in order to do the gymnastics workout for hand, I need to get dumbbells. His master told that 2 kgs for each hand. So, for this hand 2 kgs and for this hand 2 kgs, totally 4 kgs. And while we are going in the bike, my son was asking me, Mommy, I want a dumbbell which is a fancy one. That is usually the dumbbell will be made up of iron rod. But what he is asking is, it is made up of iron rod only, but it is covered with some rubber grip. So it looks very beautiful, right? He was telling that I want that only. I said, okay, we'll go to the shop and we'll see. When I went to the shop and I was asking to the shopkeeper, he told that an ordinary dumbbell, which is made up of the iron steel alone, it cost around 60 rupees per kg. So totally for 4 kgs, it is 240 rupees. This was the rate the shopkeeper told me. I also saw that one more dumbbell which my son was asking. It was very beautiful. It is also made up of iron rod only, but some decorations was given over there. I was asking what was the cost of that. The shopkeeper told that it cost around 240 for 1 kg, he told me. What? This for 4 kg it is 240, but that one for 1 kg alone it cost around rupees 240, he told me. I thought this is waste. Why to get this? I was thinking in my mind. But my son wanted that only. Mommy, that one is nice you are saying. I don't know that how to convince my son. I was thinking that what I can do. So I just explained the rate. For 4 kgs this is 240 only. For 2 dumbbells. But that one for a single dumbbell, that is for 2 kgs alone, it cost around 480 rupees. You see, it is very costly, no? Do you want still? I just asked her. He wanted that, but he was in an oscillation because it's very costly. And he was thinking, I want to console my son. So what I did, I was thinking that what I can tell him in order to convince him. Suddenly an idea came to me and I told that, Kanna, the dumbbell is very soft, no? It is somewhat girlish. Only girls will be using that dumbbell. Do you want it? I just asked him. He told her, no mommy, it is looking somewhat girlish. Yes mommy, you are correct. Only girls will be using this soft things all. So only I think this is specially made for girls. And in the shop also, thank God, only one piece was there in that soft dumbbell. Okay. And I told him, it's okay, if you want you can get it this one alone, and next week we'll come and get the remaining part. After ordering, he will bring it to us. Shall I do it? I asked him. My son told me that, no mommy, I don't want mommy. Only girls will be using this soft things all. Boys should use the hard and rough things. So I want this iron rod only, he told. Pa. Really I felt very happy. Thank God he understood anyway. And we got that iron rod dumbbells for 240 rupees and we left. So this is an example in which way you can convince an adamant child. In my case also, my son is very adamant that he wants that rubber fixed dumbbell only. But I just convinced him in order to get the iron dumbbell, and he's also happy with that. That is very important. So it is your duty to analyze the mindset of your child and you should convince your child. You know that which word is apt for your son or daughter in order to convince them. So you just work on that. So that is very important. So you can convince any child at any time. The only thing is you should understand them thoroughly. You should analyze them very well and you should know that which word suits them, which word convinces them in a better way. So that is your duty to analyze your child. So every child is an adamant child sometimes. It is your duty to understand them and to convince them. Hope this video is very useful for you in order to convince your adamant child. If you really like this content, please do share with your friends and please give your valuable comments. Thank you so much for your patience listening. Thank you.